Welcome to episode 40 of Tools in the Hall. We don't have a humongous tool haul today, so sorry for all you guys that like to watch my 40 to 60 minute videos. This one's going to be a lot shorter, but I have something in particular that I thought would be really cool to show you. We're going to save that for later to make sure you watch the whole thing. All right, first off, we're going to start with the mundane, but because there are so many brand choices, I figured I'd show this to you. It's from Lincoln. It's simply a grease gun. What's so special about it? Not much. This is a manual one. They have pneumatic ones, and of course they have battery-operated cordless ones. But I have a new customer who needs to get tooled up for a few things for the shop he is working in, and he's going to be doing a lot of PMs. So he asked me to get him a grease gun and a couple of other things. So this is one of them. Lincoln's got them. K-Tool. In fact, I got one from K-Tool right here. This is my own that I use to lube my truck with when I do an oil change and lube on it. We've got them from OTC and a bunch of other brands. So it really depends on the kind of gun that you want, whether or not you want the manual, air, cordless, because Milwaukee has a really good cordless M18 grease gun. They also have the smaller M12 grease guns. So I settled on the Lincoln one for him. I think it's heavier duty than the K-Tool one I just showed you. I just use mine occasionally. He's going to be using this regularly. So I wanted to get him something that I was sure could hold up to the duty cycles he'd be putting it through. And that's, if this is your first tool haul, if it's your first time watching a video that I made, first of all, thank you and welcome. But it's part of the advantage of being an independent tool retailer like myself, as opposed to a franchise tool retailer like Snap-on, Matco, Mac, and Cornwell. Their choices are pretty limited in what they can offer their customers. Mine are almost unlimited because between all the sources where I get my tools from, I can shop different brands, I can shop prices, warranty, color, configuration, whatever. There's lots of different criteria that I can use to offer a customer to say, which one of these would you like? So when a customer says, I need a grease gun, that starts a whole list of questions. And the nice thing is he's got buying choices then. And we can go for price, we can go for warranty. In this case, it was a balance between something that was heavy duty enough for his application at a price that he liked. And this one is $50. So a tool truck price for a grease gun, not bad at all. Tool truck pricing, if you don't know, is going to be more expensive than any other tool buying retail option that you have. Presumably you get the best level of service that you could possibly ask for. And part of the service that I offer is I'll give you advice and we can do some shopping and we can do some comparisons. If you come to me with an application, I can recommend a solution. And I will do a lot of legwork on my customer's behalf to find that solution for them. So that's part of the value of the tool truck. And is it worth something? I hope it is. And so far it's been working because we had a really big week in sales last week. This week was average, but next week is going to be another big week in sales. So we're starting off the year right. And I like to think that it's because we do business the right way and we do it in a way that a lot of people find preferable over other tool retailers that they can choose from. So thank you to all my customers for making the purchases that you made last week and this week. And I got more guys asking for big ticket items like toolboxes and things like that. So we'll see how it shapes up. But so far, we're off to a heck of a start for the year. This is a nut setter from Astro Pneumatic. Maybe I'll use this as my thumbnail. Hang on. Thumbnail pick. If you need to insert threaded inserts, then this is the thing that you would use for that. This has a wide application at my single largest account, which is Capital Metro, where these guys, they maintain and repair the transit buses for the city of Austin, and they have to install handrails oftentimes, and they need that threaded anchor to seat the handrails on, and they use this. So when a new guy starts there, for example, Larry B., who you know from seen my live chats, and he's always participated in the comments section in the chat as it goes on. He's also a frequent commenter on my videos, and a great guy. I've known him for years, and a very good customer. And he just started working at Capital Metro, and he can come to me and say, hey, I need a thing. And I'll say, I know exactly what you need because I've been servicing that account for a long time. And when he says, I need weatherhead sockets, for example, that you saw a couple of tool haul videos ago, and he says, I need a thing to, put those threaded in. So I'm like, this is the one I've been selling them. So it's nice that I can have kind of like a go-to list of tools that those guys regularly buy, and I just get them more of the same, and I know that they'll be happy because the stuff that they've been getting from me has been working. And he can come to me with this list, says, oh, I need a thing. He may not even know what it is. For example, he needed a particular kind of socket the other day. I knew exactly what kind of socket he wanted. I had a guy come up to me asking for blades for a particular cutter. He didn't know what it was, but I knew exactly what it was. So the cool thing is I have that level of familiarity with this customer that I've been serving these guys now for, I think, 6 or 7 years. Their needs are replicated across the workforce there because these guys will work on similar things, and as they change departments and other guys come into a department to work on the things those guys were working on, I can help them tool up. When new guys start, I can help them tool up. So I feel like I hope I'm a valuable resource, and I feel like it is the best chance I have to show my worth in a place like that where I can be the resource that they don't even have to know everything they want because I've got them covered because I know what they want given what they're doing and what the other guys in the shop are using. So heartfelt thanks to Larry B. It means a lot to me that you continually come to me to help you out with this stuff, and I really do appreciate the business. And, good on you for landing in such a great spot. I know they're treating you right there, and you seem very happy. So I'm happy for you, and hope for many, many, many years to come there. And I'll see you Thursday. We got a few repairs back from Milwaukee. This is a stubby 3/8 M12 impact. That just came back to get fixed. For that same customer, I also sent out the M18 half-inch impact. This is the 2767. That was fixed. This was not one of the ones that were problematic at the in the summer of last year. If you know anything about that, you can look back on not just my videos on that, but also videos from the Torque Test channel. If you don't know him, check him out. He's very smart, very very valuable to the tool world because of his insight and his connections and the things that he does. He and I both did some videos on a problem that Milwaukee was having with a new version of this same impact, and it was a disaster for them. They recanted the whole thing. They reissued the correct, good working versions of those impacts. This was not that. This had a different problem entirely, but they were having a problem with the impact mechanism breaking. But this one had an unrelated issue to that, but it got fixed under warranty, no problem. If you're in the market for impact sockets, there are a number of brands worth considering. GearWrench is one of them. Sunex is a great brand. Also, Gray Pneumatic is a fabulous brand. All these guys make are impact tools, sockets, extensions, and all kinds of sockets. Like they have hex sockets, torque sockets, and the regular standard nut driving sockets. Like these, I was going to call these hex sockets too, but hex like an Allen socket, and then hex like this socket. All different sizes, drive sizes, configurations. They've got wobbles and standard ones. They have these cool duo sockets, which are a thin wall impact socket. So they fit in places where chrome sockets fit, but they can still withstand the impacting force of an impact socket. Guys I knew who had them, love them. A lot of good options and stuff they have, and the pricing's rather good. And when they put stuff in our flyer, it's kind of tough to beat the price. So I had a young guy. I don't even know if he's 20 years old yet. So he's just getting into the field. And despite my advice to stay off my tool truck, he comes on the tool truck and he'll go on the Snap-on truck too, and he'll ask around and start shopping around and seeing prices. And at least he's shopping, and I'd prefer him to do that than just jumping on a tool truck and buying the first thing he sees because someone else in the shop has it. And he came on the truck the other day and he said, "Do you have a set of 3/8 drive semi-deep impact sockets for less than $300?" I said, "Yeah, I do. I got these gray pneumatic ones for $85," and he couldn't believe the price difference from what he was seeing on from the Snap-on guy. And I said, "I thank you for being patient and shopping." I said, "Because I can always get you a better deal than what's going on the Snap-on truck. I promise you that." But $85 for a pro grade set of impact sockets, and this is the 3/8 set that goes from 7 mil to 19 mil, and these are the semi-deep ones, so they're very handy where you might need a little extra length, but you don't need the deep, and they'll fit in place where you get the shallow. So it might just be for the majority of your applications, depending on what you're working on, you don't need more than just a semi-deep length sockets. And I was happy to see the smile on his face when I told him how much this would cost, and I was stoked for him because I think he's making good decisions. If he's going to get on the tool truck, I'd rather he do it like he's doing, where he's shopping and comparing prices before he's buying stuff. And that's good advice for anybody. A, stay off the tool trucks if you're new, and get on them when you start to find value that justifies their higher prices. But if you're going to get on the trucks, shop them around first and make sure that you're getting the service that you deserve for spending the full tool truck price on these things, because none of us are cheap. Some of us are cheaper than others, but still, you can buy that same socket set somewhere else for less money. I know that. The thing with gray pneumatic is something to be aware of regarding their warranty fulfillment process. And this is a similar policy that a lot of companies have. Milwaukee also has this same policy, and that is this. If you purchase a gray pneumatic product or a Milwaukee product from a discount retailer like Amazon or eBay or some other online discount retailer, they will not honor the warranty because they do not know who sold it to you. And since they don't know that, they don't know where that retailer purchased their tools from. Maybe they got them on the black market. Maybe they got them on the gray market. Maybe they bought defective tools that came in on a sea container somewhere and are trying to push them off on you as new, and yet they're selling stuff that's defective. I've seen that happen. And it's never good for you as a consumer because you will not be able to get warranty help through the manufacturer, and I promise you will get no warranty help at all through whoever you bought it from. Independent third parties can set up marketplaces on Amazon, for example, and sell their goods through Amazon. And Amazon has nothing to do with it. And even if it was sold by Amazon, they're not going to honor the manufacturer's warranty. They have a 30-day return policy, but that's it. So part of the value that a tool truck adds is standing behind everything that I sell. If anything goes wrong, I am there for you. I'll replace it, get you a new one, fix it, whatever that has to be done, and I'll honor the warranties. And I'll even go out of my way to honor warranties that maybe shouldn't be honored, because everyone knows that warranty policies say things like, the warranty's good against manufacturer defect only, and that excludes abuse, misuse, and things like that. But we all know that we take cheater pipes to ratchets and we crack chrome sockets because we put them on impact tools. Don't worry about it. I've got you covered. And a good retailer should do that for you. Not all of them do. So it pays to ask, shop around, see who's offering you what level of service, and make your decision accordingly. These are a popular little damaged torque screw extractor set. This is an 11-piece set from K-Tool. They have other styles of this set. This is the most popular one, so I put it on the truck all the time. They also have one for damaged hex screws, but they're not as popular. Torque screws are more popular than the hex screws are. So it's a little extractor set that will get you out of a heck of a bind. I've had a few guys buy these and need them right away, and they've been bragging to me about how good they are. So I'm glad to know that they're working well. K-Tool is a brand that is owned by my largest distributor, and they're a private label brand. So what these guys do is K-Tool will say, we want to sell ratchets with our name on them. So they'll go to a company who manufactures ratchets, and they'll buy ratchets made by this company, stamp their name on it, and sell them as their own. And that is very common in the tool world. It's also very common in other industries, but we're talking about tools. So just know that every tool company does that. Matco does it, Cornwell does it, Snap-on does it, Mac does it. Everybody does it. And it doesn't mean that you're buying an inferior tool. It just means that a company which does not have manufacturing capacity for a certain tool line that they want to sell is just going to go to somebody else to make it for them, put their name on it, they stand behind it, so it's all legit and on the up and up. But that's called third-party branding or outsourced manufacturing. Astro has these little mini grease guns. These are 3-ounce, I think. Yep, 3-ounce grease guns, handy for greasing your air tools because they have a little nozzle up there. You unscrew the cap, fill it with grease, and then there's a plunger in the bottom. You push it up into the tool, and that builds pressure there, and then your little trigger there to release the grease. Very handy for air tools and other small items that you need to apply grease to. And these are fairly inexpensive. I keep them on the truck all the time because they're a regular seller. I have never sold one of these before. I did not know what they were. And when someone asked me about them, I had to do a little bit of research to figure it out. And I had to source it from the right place. This is a degree wheel. Maybe I'll use this as my thumbnail picture. Look at that. I'll do that because nobody knows. Well, so you use this to line up your things. The only knowledge I have is what I read, and I forget what it is. It's for lining up your cams, and you bolt this to the engine, and you line everything up. It even has shaded areas there where it knows certain things want to be, and it gives you a range to get it lined up in. I've never used one. I've never seen one used. But I had a shop owner ask me for one, and I had to source them from the right place because they're not a common everyday item that every distributor is going to sell. So I picked this up for him. They can be strangely expensive. This one's $59, but I saw them, oh gosh, I don't know, for like a couple of $100. I don't know what you get for a couple of $100 in your degree wheel, but he asked me for that. I got them for him, and I also got him a set of degree wheel pointers, and that's what these are. So you can use this to indicate exactly. Just bend that. You can fasten that end down, anchor it, and then bend this as a needle to keep in one place while you turn the wheel, and then you'll know where you're pointing. So got this whole setup for him. And I don't know what application he has for it. I know he works on some personal projects too, so this might be for something he's working on himself, because I've never known him to need it in the shop. I don't see these too often because I don't deal with a lot of paint and body shops, but I deal with a few, and there's this one custom shop where a guy asked me to get him one specifically. This is the Slugger puller. It's a slide hammer, puller, and pusher set. It comes with a bunch of attachments. They're all individually wrapped up in plastic, so I can't take it out and show them all to you. But it comes, the attachments all come in their own tray, and then the slide hammer comes in this rather heavy metal case. It's a 10-pound slide hammer. This guy can push and pull. It's a beast, and the accessories I just showed you, these all screw onto the end of the slide hammer, and you can use them for all different pushing and pulling applications. They've been on back order for, I want to say 6 months or so. I ordered one of these a long time ago, and the customer who wanted it had since changed his mind because it was a long wait, and he may have bought it from someplace else. Well, while that was being held on back order, I had another customer. The timing on this was strange. I had another customer last week who said, "Hey, can you get me a Slugger in the box, and I saw they were on back order, but I'll see what the availability is. And before I could call my rep, he called me and he said, that slugger that you ordered about 6 months ago just came off a back order. Do you still want it? I'm like, yeah, send it. So it was really fortuitous timing there. It was kind of weird. But so the one that I had on back order from 6 months ago just came in, but it's going to a different customer who wants it. So it's kind of fun when things like that fall together. And, it's just gratifying to be someone's vendor of choice like that, because he compared it with other places, and he and I were able to come to an agreement on the pricing and his financing terms, which is great because it's all about trying to make it work for guys. And he has to make money with it. I have to make money when I sell it. So if we're helping each other make money, then that's the name of the game. These things are so popular, it's not even funny. They're very simple, but very effective and very popular. Organizer trays from Ernst. These are just a 10-compartment tray. You lay it down in the drawer of your toolbox or cart, and you can put stuff in them. Simple, but very rugged. It's kind of like I guess it's like a high-impact plastic. It feels like there's some give to it, like it's a little rubbery. They come in red, black, and high-vis yellow. I think I sell all colors equally, and these will be gone by the end of the week. I'm sure of it, because it seems like every time I stock up on those trays, and I'm constantly stocking up on them, they sell just as fast as they come in. So I think I'm down to just a high-vis yellow, and I got the red ones came in, I got black ones coming in. All right, that's it for the boring stuff. Let's get to the cool stuff. I hope I'm far enough into the video where we can kind of go under the radar of the YouTube algorithm, because they'll demonetize the video if I show you the wrong thing. But you know what? Screw them, because we're gonna show you the fun stuff, and I think it's something that I probably should talk more about, because it's the other business line that we're in. If you don't know, I am a federally licensed firearms dealer, so we sell lots of guns and ammo and accessories. And the cool thing about marrying the gun business with the tool business is that it seems like most mechanics that I know love guns. So they're either outdoorsmen or they're sportsmen, or they or they carry for home protection or personal protection, or they just want something to go fun and plinking with and go down to the range with and take the girl or the wife and just have some fun, take their kids hunting. And I'm very gratified that I get to be part of their lives like that, because I'll give you an example. I got a guy a few weeks ago buy a rifle from me. He knew exactly what one he wanted. And we were talking about it while I was at the shop, talking about tools and stuff. And he was asking about things, and I spec'd out a gun for him, gave him a price on it, and he quoted him. He says, yeah, let's get that one, because he wanted to take his 14-year-old daughter hunting for the first time. How cool is that I can be part of his family's life and his traditions, and he's now passing down to traditions he got from his dad. And I was really gratified. And it was great, because when he came in to pick the gun up, his wife comes in and his daughter comes in, and we're all having a fun time chatting, and she's getting to check out the gun that she's going to use. And it's a lot of fun being part of someone's lives like that. Well, in this same shop, once word gets around that you sell guns, everyone's very interested now. And I have a lot of conversations about gun sales every week when I'm visiting my tool customers. And I'm fulfilling a good-sized order between two different guys in the same shop now. Well, the first guy I was talking about was with his daughter. He works in the same shop as these other two guys who just bought a bunch of guns from me. So they just ordered them and they came in. And I can source guns from lots of different places, because like tools, I'm on board with a bunch of different warehouse distributors and wholesalers. So I can buy guns from lots of places. I'm also a dealer for other brands you might know, like Palmetto State Armory and some other dealers and manufacturers. So I had one customer who was really interested in a Panzer AR-12, and he showed me the one that was on Palmetto State Armory's website, and it was some stupid price of $349.99. He said, get that one. I'm like, okay. So I ordered it for him, and this came in, so I wanted to show it to you, because it's a really cool gun with a really cool setup, and he has a really cool accessory with it. So give me a second just to get everything out of the box. I don't have it all staged and ready, because I kind of wanted to go through it with you because I haven't yet taken it out of the box. This is the first time. So as I'm getting it out of the box, I'll show you what I got. I don't know what this is. I'm sure you AR fans know. I don't know what that is. But that was in the box. There's a 5-round magazine that comes with it. Comes with a couple of spanner wrenches. Being an AR platform, there's a castle nut on the back that you use for the buffer tube assembly. Correct me if I'm saying stupid things and I'm wrong. But I believe that's what the spanner wrenches are for. It comes with a cleaning kit, which is kind of cool. You don't see every gun come with a cleaning kit, and it has different sections to the bore rod. And a bore brush, and this thing is called it's escaping me what it's called. You use this to, well, I mean, you can use it for a couple things. On my shotgun, I use mine for, once I'm done cleaning it with solvent and patches, I send this guy down to clean it out, make sure all the oil's gone out of the barrel. So there's that. It comes with a second 5-round magazine. And you don't see every AR style gun coming with these. Some of them do, and some of them don't. And you can buy different kinds that you want. But it's a set of flip-up sights. And there's a rear sight and a front sight. And just mount these on the rail on the gun. And then you can adjust them for windage and elevation and sight them in. And Magpul makes very good ones. These are just branded for Panzer, so I don't know who makes them or where they get them from. But it's nice that they come with them. And I think, you know, for what you get in the kit for $350, it's a heck of a deal. And of course, like any shotgun, it's going to have choke tubes. This comes with 2. Should it come with 3? Shotguns usually come with 3 choke tubes and has a choke tube wrench. I'm going to see if they put the other choke tube in the barrel already. They might. Usually choke tubes come in sets of 3. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Got a loose bore brush rolling around in there. See, I'm not just awkward and uncoordinated, but I'm also building suspense. No, I really am awkward and uncoordinated. Yeah, the other choke tube is in the barrel. Now, this gun is not lightweight by any stretch. And the action is clear. There's no magazine. You can see the well is empty. Bolt is open. And it has a fixed stock on it. It's not collapsible. It does have a cheek pad adjustment here, so you can adjust this up and down when you're resting your cheek to get more comfortable positioning there. The in typical AR fashion, it has your safety here on this side and your bolt release there. and it has a Picatinny rail on the top, and this is what you would, there you go, Picatinny rail on the top, and that's what you would affix your scope and or sights to or other accessories. And then on the front, it's kind of cool because it has Picatinny rails on all 4 sides. Top, bottom, and both sides. You would use like the top one for a sight, for example, the bottom one for a light or a laser, or you can use the sides for that. And the other cool thing about an AR setup like this with rails like this is you can put right side flip up sights on. So if you're, let's say you're using a scope like this, then you can put right side flip up sights, which mount at a 45-degree angle off the rail. Turn the gun 45 degrees, and now you have a sight picture with holding the gun at a different angle, which is kind of cool. Because if you're using a scope here and then you need to switch to flip ups, you can do that too. So it's a really cool tactical gun. He bought it, I think, just for fun, and because the price is really, really good. So he wasn't going to pass up a $350 deal like this. So, you know, he bought this and a handgun, and then at the same time, another guy in the shop bought a, what did he buy? He bought a rifle. And then he bought the coolest accessory in the world for this gun. The one thing he had to have. 20-round drum magazine. So he's dying to try this thing. I can't wait to see it all put together. It's just a crazy awesome setup. He's dying to take this thing to the range and just, you know, go nuts and just have a great time and shoot off a bunch of rounds and have a lot of fun. And I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this kind of thing for folks, because it's deeply meaningful, and there's a way we can have a very healthy, safe gun culture in this country, and this is one way to do it, where on a very personal level, I can sell a gun to somebody who is going to use it for fun or wholesome purposes or for protection. In any case, as long as somebody is exercising their Second Amendment rights, I want to help them do it. And I'm happy to, and I'm gratified that people ask me to do it. So I hope this was an interesting tool haul video, a little bit different with the Panzer in there, but hopefully we can do some more things like that. I have to see how YouTube responds to this video. And if I get demonetized, well, the reality is part of the benefit for making YouTube videos is I do earn some money off of it, so I may not be able to put firearms in all these, or maybe I'll have a separate... I could start another channel, I suppose, and I kind of did that once already, never really took off, but... Anyway, there's options, and this won't be the last time that you see firearm-related stuff from me, so keep watching, because we got all kinds of videos coming out. And look back last week at the flyer drop video I did, and before that, I had another Tools in the Hall video. So we're keeping the regular stuff coming, and I hope that you've been finding it useful and kind of fun. So thanks for joining me on this one, and do me a favor, click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, use a tool. Don't be one.